For round 15 of the NORL F1 2017 Esports Championship. We are out in round 15 Malaysia after last time out in Singapore, saw a monstrous return by Cliffy, who was able to make such a gamble on a pit stop that he was able to gain 2 positions and only lose the race to Chazza based upon a penalty that was handed to him for cutting a corner during the race. The game decided he gained an unfair advantage from said penalty, and the game sufficiently punished him. So welcome along, one and all. We are just getting into the 12-minute qualifying session. We apologise that we're a little bit later than normal. It appears we had some issues in getting the lobby starting. Some people having issues joining and things like that, but we're away now, and all of that good stuff should be taken care of. We're just getting up our information for the day, for the evening, and informing everyone that the stream is now up and running. Blizzard 53 makes a return for the first time since Monza. Monza last time out, he bear with me. Apologies for that. So here we go. Everyone out on the outlap on the super soft tyres. No one looking to the alternate strategy at the moment. We'll have to see if that changes throughout the course of qualifying. It probably will, because Chazza is a man who loves the alternate strategy and has probably started on the alternate harder tyre more times this season than he has on the quickest of compound of tyres that are available at the time. Blizzard, we were just mentioning, makes his return to the NORL Championship after making his debut in Italy, Monza. He then missed the race in Singapore, and unfortunately for him, that kind of hurt him a lot against the other newcomers in the championship. We just did our sound check. We are coming through loud and clear. So without further ado, we will be able to get on with this this race, this qualifying session, and see what will happen. Round 15 of the championship in Sepang. Currently watching Blizzard for his second ever qualifying lap in NORL. He almost took pole position and battled for the win in Monza. We'll have to see if he is able to do that here. Of course, he's all the way down in 17th, Blizzard, after finishing 4th in Monza, then not showing for Singapore. Chazza leads the championship by 3 points over KB Killerzone now after a no-show from JD7 and just the alternate strategy getting him the victory in despite Cliffy getting the win on track. Penalties came into effect when Chazza reclaimed his victory. So coming up to the line now, Blizzard sets a 1:31.8, and that is a whopping almost 2 seconds faster than KLC. And interesting, he's pulled up on the side of the road. I'm not sure, and now he's... That was an interesting way of letting other people through, but he's done it nonetheless. JD7 goes in with a 1:31.9. 1:31.8 by Blizzard has now been beaten by KB Killerzone with a 1:31.7. Top 3 separated by 0.2 of a second. Random Reaper is in the chat. He says, I love how versatile your videos are. Thank you, man. I'm glad you're enjoying the channel. Please do subscribe if you're new around here, and I hope you enjoy the future content that there is to be had here. And for right now, I hope you enjoy the race NORL is going to put on for you today. Norfolk Blue goes with a 1:31.9 as well, just 0.003 of a second ahead of JD7. I'm not sure what Blizzard is doing, but he seems to be causing more issues than he is avoiding them, trying to get out the way. Kevin Jacobs, the first man on the alternate tyre, on the soft compound tyre, the harder of the options available today. I will try my best to read out your comments from the video on stream today, people, so you get a little bit more of an interaction. So if you have a question or a statement, then do let me know in the chat. I will be able to get it out on the stream, and so people who watch the stream back will know what I'm referencing instead of just going, oh yeah, that's a good point, and things like that. Ah, Mika98 is watching the stream, so that's who ran it. We have a car off in the background, and it looks like Nemesis Racing's been for a travel through the gravel. But it's Mika98, he is a ex-racer in this league. He did withdraw after the Monaco Grand Prix. So that's unfortunate that you withdraw, but I'm happy that you stuck around and you've watched the rest of the channel. So that's really good to see that we've been able to entice you to stay. We have a yellow flag in sectors 2 and 3. And that's Nemesis Racing. No, it's not. It's Ragnar184 going for another spin. That's a bit unfortunate for him. No penalties or anything to report coming into this round. We got a message with anything we need to say. Cliffy is away due to a commitment to another league today. I believe he's in the title battle for that league, so he's decided he needs to attend that one rather than this one on that occasion. Nibbler is returning after 2 months in the UK. Nibbler is an Australian racer in the NORL. He's actually not doing too great at the minute. He's at 8th place. But he is an Australian racer, and of course he is been spending some time, I believe, with family in the UK for 2 months. That's why he's not been showing up so much. And he's back now getting into it, and we'll see how he is able to get on with that today. It looks like Dafiv has ran out of fuel, and that's going to take a lot of time getting back to the pits because he's nowhere near the pit lane, so that could be the very end of Dafiv's session. Chazza not on the alternate strategy, but not going to complete that lap either, comes into the pit lane. So looking through the grid, Kevin Jacobs brings up the back of the grid, a second slower. That's looking like the alternate strategy pace is a second off. Maybe that's why Chazza, the man who opts for this so often, has decided not to put it together and try an alternate strategy, because maybe it's just too slow. So let's go through your grid as it stands. KB Killerzone is on provisional pole position. He's still battling out with Blizzard 53, who's yet to come out to start his lap again. Norfolk Blue in 3rd place currently by only 0.003 of a second ahead of JD7. I'm sure JD7 will go out again and try to top that. Cliffy, who we believed was for other league commitments, clearly them commitments have gone away. Yeah, we actually looked right over him. He's here, and he's up in 5th place with a 32.0, just a 10th off the 3 in front of him, just 3/10 off pole overall. 32.5 is when it splits up a little bit more, and Chazza is the leader of that. He's 5/10 ahead of Dafiv, who's cruising back to the pit lane on no fuel at all. Niblo out on another lap, he's done a 33.1, 8th. Ragnar in 9th with a 33.2. 3/10 behind him is Anel Tanovic. Get well soon, Anel. We hope everyone at the Gaming Now team, the NORL team, hopes to get better soon. Anel recently went under surgery and is still on the road to recovery on that, so great to see that he's actually competing despite being on after surgery painkillers and the like, so great effort from him. Galactico 2 is retired from the session. Looks like a manual retirement for him. We have a yellow flag in sector 3. Not sure who it is. It could just be Dafiv, still going very slowly on that one. So the rest of your grid after Anel Tanovic is 11th, KLC, Callum Spencer 12th, Galactic Skulls retired 13th, Kevin Jacobs 14th, Nemesis 15th, yet to set a time, and Maverick DC88 yet to set a time. But with the front being so close, a 10th between 1st and 2nd, a 10th between 2nd and 3rd, 0.003 of a second between 3rd and 4th, and just over a 10th between 4th and 5th. Top 5 are very, very close here today. And I hope that is a sign of things to come in the race here at Malaysia. KB Killzone, who's actually changed up his helmet design for this weekend. He is running a golden helmet rather than his usual purple one. An Alonso tribute-esque looking one from Blizzard 53 in the Ferrari. Hoping to go back to the glory days potentially. A lot of guys preserving fuel as they get ready to do their runs once again. Keep a kill zone coming through sector 3 now. Keep an eye on the top right of your screen on them sector times. KLC is retired from the session. Is that a... That appears to be a manual retirement. He's decided to retire upon his own accord. There's no accident on that one. KB Gilzum rushing down to the final corner. Braking heavily. Around the final corner he will go. Up the gears. Will he improve on his time to maintain his gap? He will improve by a whopping 5/10 of a second from KB Killer Zone to hold on and really make things, guys, work for that provisional pole. He splits up the closeness of the top 5 of a whopping time. Who is the next driver to come through? I believe it will be Cliffy. He's just gone with a 1:31.7. That would have been close for pole, but not quite, as Kevin Jacobs just retired on his own accord. Yes, he has. KB Killzone and Cliffy both get another lap. Blizzard. JD7 will be our next car to come across the line. We'll see how he does, braking hard into the final corner. McLaren making his return. First time since Citroën. KB Killerzone retires, obviously messed up his last lap. Up to the line goes JD7. JD7 goes P2 with a 1:31.3, just a tenth between the two at the front. Can anyone stop KB Killerzone from taking pole position? If anyone, it's going to be Cliffy, it's going to be Blizzard or Norfolk, you would have to argue. And Norfolk is off the power. He lets go. It won't be Norfolk taking pole. Could it be Blizzard? Up to the final line he will come, the final corner before the final line. Down the gears aggressively, smashing through the gearbox. Exits. Full throttle now to the line, maintain the right for the shortest run. And Blizzard takes pole position provisionally by 0.2 of a second on his only second ever attempt in the NORL. Great lap by Blizzard. Can Cliffy stop him? Out the final corner comes Blizzard. Blizzard will run up to the line. Is Cliffy not Blizzard to take it from him? No! Second for Cliffy. 31.2. The top 4 are so close to each other. 0.3 separates your top 4. More to 2.5 tenths. Incredible stuff. Cliffy couldn't quite do it. Another honourable mention, it's 8th to 11th. 8th to even 12th is separated by just over 1/10 of a second. Great effort by these guys to be so close together, but it's Blizzard who takes the pole position on his second ever attempt. No, he doesn't! Maverick DC88 takes pole position at the absolute death. And is that a glitch? Because that says 1 minute 10.9. What? Excuse me, we've got a glitch on the system. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't think Maverick has got pole position. No, I don't think that's right. Maverick DC88 is 21 seconds faster. However, his best time on the top right says his best time is a 1:32.1, which would put him down in 6th place if that were true. Seventh, rather. 2 Red Bulls, Linus Sturm. I don't think... That's an interesting glitch. I'm not sure what's happened there. I will look into... A glitch with Maverick sees him on pole position. They're trying to discuss in the chat right now what to do about this. And they don't know what to do. This is a very touchy situation. Obviously, Maverick hasn't set that time. He doesn't deserve to be on the pole position. But at the same time, is it fair to penalise him for something out of his control? It looks like Maverick will start on pole position, but I'm not sure what they're going to do about this. I'm not sure. That's going to be interesting, but that is... Oh, no, we don't want to do that. That is your qualifying session. Maverick takes pole position by 20 seconds due to a qualifying glitch on the system. That is not to be taken seriously. These guys are very fast, but they're not 20 seconds ahead. That would definitely be a world record set by Maverick. Not that fast. But Maverick looks like he will start on pole position. I'm sure he will probably just let people through and slump back down to about 10th position. They're not sure what to do on this one. This is a really touchy subject. Maverick hasn't been given instruction to do anything yet. I'm just trying to keep checking the chat to see what they're planning to do about this. I'm trying to find out. It is raining. That is an interesting dilemma. It is raining. We also have a Ragnum. Let's try that again. We also have a random in the session. A problem with a random is he's not in the championship. He shouldn't be here. And therefore, usually this results in the session being restarted. I've also lost sound from the game currently. There we go. Game glitched out with the sound. We've fixed that now. So Maverick on pole position due to a glitch. It's going to be a very touchy subject, I'm sure. Lots of people are beginning to pull over. I wonder if that is a sign that the session is going to be restarted. Yeah, the session is being aborted. This causes a whole heap of problems. Session is being aborted, ladies and gentlemen. This means the guys will have to do everything they've just done again. Yes, it's not ideal for anybody, but... It's not ideal for anyone. No one... One person not happy with that was a Mercedes, I think, there. Who was that? Why not? You might as well have some fun. This lobby doesn't count for anything anymore. Cliffy tries to take out Maverick and misses. Maverick wants to complete a lap in first position. What an absolute shambles. F1 2017, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. So please bear with us. We've got to wait for the new lobby to be set up because two glitches from the F1 2017 game. If anyone from Codemasters is watching, please sort out your online. It causes more problems than it fixes. So, we're waiting for this lobby to be reset. I think that's what's happening. I'm really... Let's take a look. Some people very upset about a restart. Very upset. To say the least. They plan to skip qualifying and do their own parade lap. So do ignore this start. This start won't count for anything as far as I'm aware. Bloody hell. What is going on here? Infla's out at a race. Everyone's driving around inside of each other. Yeah. A new lobby's been set up, ladies and gentlemen. Do bear with us while we get that set up. We will be right back once we are ready to go again. So we will be right back after the technical difficulties have come to an end. Apologies on behalf of Nemesis Online Racing for this interference, this unfortunate delay. We'll be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, after those technical issues during the whole fiasco. We apologise on behalf of NORL for that happening. These guys are doing a manual formation lap at the moment. What that means is they're going to line up in their own formation lap. They're going to start where they should have started. And so it looks like we're going to have to explain that a little bit more, they're going to have to do a lap of the race, so there's only going to be 27 laps by the sounds of things, rather than, I don't know if they've already worked this out or not, but yeah, they're trying to do their own formation lap so they don't have to do quali all over again. So that's the plan. How well it's going to work for them, I'm not sure. But, you know, it's certainly something. We'll see what they decide to do. They could just do, like, a sort of safety car start. It looks like all of them are in their own grid positions already. I'm not sure how they've done that. Congratulations to them figuring it out. It's true. Well, I'm sure we'll soon find out. See the view from the back of Blizzard's car. That's a very nice view. Daunting one. Championship contenders behind him. Going to be lights out and away we go in just a few moments. I'm not sure if this is going to be the race start or not. Probably will be. We'll treat it as it is. Lights out and away they go. Who gets the better start out of the two guys at the front? Kind of hard to tell with the camera angle there. Cliffy pulls to the inside to try and get the slipstream of Blizzard. He's now going to try and mount an attack around the outside of the Ferrari. Going into someone. Cliffy's ahead in the braking zone, but that's hell wide. He doesn't want to be out there. He's going to lose a position to JD7 if he's not careful, because JD7 in the McLaren around the outside now will have the inside for the next corner. That's his plan. He's going to try and stay in the slipstream, pull himself up into second place. Great start from JD7 from fourth on the grid into second. Now KB Killerzone is going to try have a go around the outside of Cliffy, picking off cars early. Cliffy seems to have had a pretty rough start to this race, and now KB Killerzone looking to the inside. We've got yellow flags. Colin McAllister has aka Galactic Skull 2 has had a spin. I'm sure there was some contact involved down there, but Blizzard battling for the lead while KB Killerzone trying to find a way up there. Norfolk Blue going on the inside of Maverick into the double right-hander. That never ends well, but they both made it work. Spectacular driving by the Red Bull and the Ferrari driver. Now that's going to allow Chazado to look at the inside of Maverick, take him up into the small hairpin. Job done for Chazza. Great start by these guys. Clean for the most part, apart from Galactic Skull 2. Look at this, almost four abreast. In the background, Nibbler trying to go around the outside of Ragnar. That's Dafiv trying to go around the outside of Altanovic. Callum Spencer now will try go up the inside of Altanovic. Is that move going to be done? Yes, it is. That was an incredible start. Oh, Dafiv gets very aggressive with Ragnar, actually almost spins the car. That's going to bunch everyone back together. Look at this. Almost four wide cars everywhere. Callum Spencer now in the slipstream, but Altanovic is going around the outside and passes Ragnar. Callum Spencer trying to find a way through. Tries to go in the middle of them. Not going to happen. Ragnar now takes back the position with that inside line. Now Dafiv in the slipstream of his compatriot in the background. Absolute slipstream fest. Here we have Altanovic now. Holds the inside line. Looking to go to the inside, but he's missed his braking point. Goes straight on. That's going to allow everyone past Altanovic. He will come out battling with Nemesis Racing for that position. He will hold the inside line, but to no avail. And he slots down to 12th place. What a crazy start. And look how close the front runners are together now. JD7 trying to have a go. Absolutely crazy. So we got a car off, JD7 off, wide. Oh dear. Things calming down a little bit, but not too much, obviously, with JD7 going off the track. We have Callum J. Spencer pulling away from Aneltanovic, and the Renault behind him as well. Dafiv with a very late move up the inside of Nemesis Racing, and that's going to almost spin Nemesis Racing. That was a bit naughty. It looked more like Dafiv missed his braking point than an actual move. Kevin Jacobs tries to look up the inside to take advantage of that. Nowhere to go. More action up ahead. Count J. Spencer being attacked by the Renault, and the Force India goes off the circuit. Now he's going to be under attack from his compatriot of Dafiv, looking up to the inside. Dafiv looking slow, traction looking poor out of that corner. Absolutely crazy stuff. The top three still pretty close together after the second lap. Blizzard sets the fastest time on the second lap so far. No one's gone faster than him. Everyone will be setting their own personal bets on this lap though. Racing going on then. Aneltanovic chasing down the Renault of Ragnar, 184 in front of him, but we're going to turn our attention back because look how close KB Killerzone is now to the back of Cliffy. 2.5 tenths, just about. Will they look up the inside here? No, not going to be late enough on the brakes to do that one. These guys had a great battle in Singapore last time out, but it was Cliffy's daring option to go on the soft tyres that won him that race on paper. For penalties not to back down. Go back down the grid, 3 tenths of a second between Aneltanovic and Ragnar. And as he come through this long sweeping section, the turbulent air of the car ahead will be really hindering that Force India, I'd imagine. The understeer in the rain, cars handle like a boat in the rain. The struggling Dafiv still trying to assault his McLaren compatriot in front of him. Kevin Jacobs looking to pick up the pieces if anything goes wrong during that battle. Absolutely crazy start to this race. It's light rate conditions for the entirety of the race, I believe. Look how close these guys are at the moment. Dafiv looking to the inside of Callum J. Spencer. Bang wheels, bang wheels, bang wheels. Both throw at the hand of rage. Now Dafiv will drag side by side against his McLaren compatriot. Looks like the McLaren, ironically, the McLaren has the legs at the moment. Will another late move from Dafiv ensue? Yes, it will. Up the inside of his teammate, not his teammate, his compatriot. Almost squeezes Callum J. Spencer off the track. He won't be happy with that one, I'm sure. Kevin Jacobs will take advantage of that and pass the Welshman for that position. In the meantime, KB Killerzone is now trying to assault Cliffy, trying to go around the outside into the next corner of turn 3. Now with a classic switchback move, but now he's got to do it the long way around this next corner. That's going to be very difficult. Has to subdue the position for now. But look how close KB Killerzone is, riding the back of that Williams. 1/10 of a second separating second and third. This is absolutely incredible battling. KB Killerzone desperately trying to find a way past, but can't find one. Will now look to the outside. Now a dummy. Ricciardo-esque move, and look how much Cliffy squeezed into the inside line. There wasn't really any move to do that. Cliffy maintains the position for now. That was a classic Ricciardo dive bomb by KB Killerzone. That was very well done. It didn't work out for him. Still only 2/10 of a second in it. JD7 will have a front row seat of this, I'm sure, and will want these two to take each other out, preferably if you're JD7. KB Killerzone looks to the inside. Does he have the legs to drag into the final corner? He's going to be pushing as hard as he can. Now we'll go around the outside of the final corner. That'll be something. I'm sure Cliffy will squeeze him out and try leave him as food to the predator that is JD7 behind. No, they both get through nice and cleanly. Great racing between KB Killerzone and Cliffy. KB Killerzone looks to the outside once again. Gonna have to go the long way if he wants that move done. Now has the inside. Still nowhere past. JD7 getting closer all the time because of this battle. 2/10 of a second separating third and second. 3/10 separating the whole 3. Through turn 3 we come. KB Killerzone, P3. Pushing as much as he can. 4 tenths down through this sector. You can't really keep up. It's very hard to keep up, especially to overtake through this sector. So the battle is off for now. How's the battle looking back here? Carl J. Spencer trying to drive with a vengeance to get back past his teammate. We've just caught Nemesis going wide, losing some time there. Fighter Skull 2 will be hubbing. He makes a few more mistakes like that so he can catch up and do battle once again. KB Killers are now closing right back in on the Williams in front of him. Pushing as much as he can. Has he got anywhere to go with it though? Looks like he might be trying to set up a move into the final corner. Once again, maybe into turn 1. Be hard on the brakes. Goes a little bit wide. Do a push hard now. Slipstream, granted for everybody. Have our first pit stop of Chazza. Very locking up massively. Mercedes boys get to work. And it's a set of fresh intermediates for Chazza. Undercut attempts, potentially. This battle's still pretty close, but not as close as we've seen it. A lot of guys running different helmets this weekend, it would seem. Carl J. Spencer into the pits now too. Front wing change as well. So there's a Calm's taken damage somewhere. It's a long stop. And away goes the McLaren, rejoining in last place. Absolutely crazy racing going on here. 7 tenths separates third and fourth. A lot of people beginning to separate now. We've had our action for the first 6 laps, and now things will calm down a little bit, and it'll become a little bit more like follow the leader. But saying that, the leader hasn't got that far away. Cliffy's working to catch him back up. Try deny him his first win in NORL. Lovely, 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 lovely helicopter cam shot of Cliffy chasing down P1 for that fastest lap of the race. That's a beautiful, beautiful shot there. Impressive stuff. The top 4, you can see them all in the same pan shot. You can just see Norfolk Blue just behind them. And Altanovic into the pits now. And I'm going to assume it's going to be a fresh set of inters for Anil as well. No front wing damage for this car. It will continue on its way. Everyone's a little bit spread out. Things have calmed down a little bit. We've had a crazy, crazy 6 laps. And I'm sure there's more action yet to come, but now we just got to wait on that happening. Wait patiently. The green striped intermediate tyre has been worked. A lot of guys starting to pit then. I wonder who's going to be the first of this top 4. This top 4 quartet is what I wanted to say. Revving the gearbox there. That's not going to get you anything out of that, Blizzard. That was a bit painful for the old gearbox. But who's going to be the first of this top 4 to blink? Norfolk could very well pull off undercut here if he tried it. I'd say he's just within undercut range. But does he dare? As Cliffy starts to work at chipping away that lead. Cliffy with another fastest lap of a 1:47.9. Closes into within 5 tenths of a second of Blizzard ahead. Rain still pattering down hard, and I think it's going to be like that for the entire race. Eight and a half tenths. Up to 9 tenths as they come through the sector where it's pretty difficult to follow a car in front. So in terms of other sim racing, what's been going on lately? If you missed it over this weekend, was the iRacing 24 Hours of Daytona. I don't believe any of our grid competed in that. But congratulations to all the people that made it for a solid 24 hours. Something I suspect a lot of this grid would like to do one day. I think it'd be personally a really cool experience. I'd love to give it a go one time. But right now our business is in Malaysia. It seems Cliffy can close in through this final sector and the first sector, but sector 2 he just loses it, all his hard work. Just under 6 tenths of a second right now. Slipstream helping him, he tries to sell the dummy up the inside, tries to scare Blizzard off the road a little bit. Very close. Norfolk Blue attempting an undercut like we predicted. It's a good position, this could force the hand of a lot of people in the top 4. If he comes out behind traffic though, that remains to be seen. Ragnar, Dafiv, also a bit. Five and a half tenths actually decreases to just under 5 tenths. Now 3 tenths, wow. And a place where Cliffy's been losing time is now finding it. This could have certain effects for Blizzard in front. Blizzard's going to have to work for this one. Very fast man by the name of Cliffy would like a victory here in Malaysia. Pushing as hard as he dare. But just not closing in where he needs it the most, actually. If he gets this corner right, he'll get a lovely launch and a run up to the final corner, and we can finally see a little bit more action. 4 tenths of a second, under 4 tenths now. Gap continues to come down, Slipstream helping. Needs to try get the final. Oh, Blizzard goes wide. That could be the opportunity that Cliffy was looking for. Now within 2.5 tenths as they start the run down to turn 1. Cliffy up in rich mixture. Now back down to lean. Cliffy working on a very, very small fuel. They're all working on very small fuel allowances. Apart from JD7, who we've seen is a pretty good master in terms of looking after his fuel. Certainly going to help him later on, I would assume. He's just behind this quartet. But Norfolk's undercut hasn't made anyone out of this top 4 blink yet. But I'm sure we will see something soon. You know, it's not a boring race. There's a lot of tension. It's finding things to talk about, especially when KB Killer Zone closes in like that. That gives us a bit of a talking point. It's just sort of follow the leader right now. The battles have sort of finished, and we're just sort of waiting for these guys to blink. And now they're all in a slipstream train, trying to pull each other together. Close once again. He needs to take a wide entry to get it good. Or is he actually going to go for it there? Thought about it. Very close. Cliffy could make the move into turn 1. It's possible, but he's now 4 temps, 3 temps, under 3 temps. I don't think he'll make the move into turn 1 unless he goes for a very long dive bomb. Nope, not going to happen. Has to stay behind for another lap. Oh, very tense. For the top 3, being separated by less than a second. Crazy stuff. Now, it's going to be interesting to see if Cliffy overtakes Blizzard first, or if KB Killzone overtakes Cliffy first. But again, it's just sort of following the leader. Norfolk tried to make them blink with that undercut, but nobody did. Lap 11 of 28. 17 laps to go. Pushing super hard all the time to just stay this close to each other. Cliffy got a nice run through there. Chazza and Kevin Jacobs have swapped positions. Chazza made that move. Of course, Chazza pitted already, so that's him just making his way back up the field. Cliffy will try the assault once more. Into the final corner. Try to set himself up for the run into turn 1. I wonder who's going to be the first to blink for Inters. New Inters. No one at this present moment. Cliffy 2 bar back, I think, to do anything into turn 1. Unless he makes a really aggressive move on the inside, but Cliffy's smarter than that. He opts not to. 3.5 temps. What else is happening throughout the course of the grid? Ragnar and Nemesis just finished battling with each other. Ragnar was the victor in that one, and Altanovic down P13. Dafiv down there. Conja Spencer had that wing change down there, and Colin, aka Galactical 2, never really recovered from that spin on the first lap. Again, not sure. Wish we could get replays, but unfortunately they're not really an option for us. So, interesting. Cliffy moves within 2 temps, drops down to 3 temps up. Super close to Blizzard at the moment. Super close. This could be the opportunity he's been waiting for. Is he going to go aggressive up the inside? No, he's not. He decides not to. Takes a slightly wider line to try and get a better exit than the car in front of him. Is he an opportunity brewing at the inside? No, not yet. Patience is paying dividends. You would hope for Cliffy. He just chose not to make a move on 2 occasions where he could. Blizzard actually came off the racing line a little bit. They got a yellow flag, it's set to 3, and that is Galactic Skull 2 out of the Malaysian Grand Prix. Looks like he had an issue coming out of the final corner. He is out the race. Cliffy's just taken the lead of the race because Blizzard has opted to come into the pit lane, maybe predicting a safety car. I don't think there will be one. We'd love to see one, but I don't think there is going to be. But that is going to trigger free everyone other than Cliffy to make a pit stop. Get to work on that Ferrari. Oh, he's been held. He's away now. Haas versus McLaren. Who gets the better stop? Looks like JD got held by Blizzard. And KB Killzone jumps the race leader. So, interesting stuff. JD exits the pit lane, loses his position to Niblo in the process. Interesting. Now, when will this man of Cliffy pit? The undercut brought Norfolk within 5 tenths of JD7, but with how much younger tyres these guys in front of him have now, I don't think... Yeah, I don't think the undercut really makes much different for Norfolk now, given how old his tyres are compared to theirs. It seems they were just able to get better tyre life out of their sets of inters. Mr. Galactical 2 in the chat says that race was unpleasant. We didn't catch on camera what happened to you at the start, but obviously you had that spin and you just never really recovered. So we feel for you, and better luck next time. Meanwhile, Norfolk Blue's just gone up the inside of Nibbler. Spectacular move. He's on younger tyres, so it would have been quite easy for the Aussie on Aussie battle to be completed, but good move nonetheless. Cliffy now responds with a pit stop. Where will he come out relative to Blizzard? Blizzard is just about 20 seconds. Where is Blizzard and KB Killzone now? KB Killzone's making his run up to turn 1. Where's Cliffy? Exiting the pit lane. This might be close. Here they go then. And KB Killzone jumps Cliffy. And Cliffy and Blizzard are going to be side by side battling into turn 1. Now the turn 2 complex. Blizzard trying to go all the way up to the inside with the switchback. Cliffy going to try hold it on the outside. Gives in the inside for the next corner. Is Blizzard going to get jumped by both people here? He really wouldn't want to. Cliffy now has the inside for the next corner. It's now or never for Cliffy. Is he going to make a dive bomb? No! He settles down. Gives Blizzard the position. And it's worked out like a dream for KB Killzone. Nibbler and Nemesis pit in the meantime. I'm not going to read that comment by Mr. Galactic Skull 2 out on the stream because, yeah, that could get him in trouble for the next race. But clear that Mr. Galactic Skull 2 did not enjoy that race one bit. Cliffy very late on the brakes, almost pushing Blizzard through that hairpin. P5 and P4 do battle, but it's really for P2 and P3. But that man is starting to get away. Could be another win if all goes his way so far. Maverick leads the race from KLC, but these two are yet to pit. Mr. Glad Skull 2 is clearly very upset with his performance today in the chat, so needless to say, we can't read them out on the stream. Maverick comes into the pit lane now for his pit stop, as does KLC. These tyres will definitely be passed by KB Killzone, Blizzard and Cliffy. So the battle, this is your order right now. JD7 4th, Norfolk 5th. Everything is back to the way it should be. So Cliffy, 6 tenths of a second off Blizzard, had the opportunity to get him during the exit of the pit stops, but chose to let the issue rest, and that could cost him a little bit later. He might think that he would have rather give it a better go than he did. Look at this, Nibbler and Anil Tanovich going side by side into turn 1. Anil Tanovich on the outside, Nibbler on the inside. Anil gets the more swooping line, but has nowhere to go with it because the Red Bulls parked it perfectly on the apex. Great defending by Nibbler, or attacking from Nibbler. Either way, he defended the position. If it was an attack, he defended the position really well after securing it. Cliffy still hunting down the rear of Blizzard. Kevin Jacobs and KLC are about to do battle. KLC on much fresher tyres. Kevin Jacobs on very warm ones. And a little bit of rubber banding from the Kevin Jacobs car. Be a little bit worried with KLC as he tries to look around the outside. We'll get the switch back in a beautiful fashion. Job done. Good move by KLC. Showing improvement since his debut in Monza. So KB Killzone starts to drive off into the sunset a little bit. Blizzard takes the fastest lap of the race though. Clear that Blizzard doesn't want KB Killzone to get away, but there's 2 seconds that he has to find. He's lost 2 seconds doing that battle against KB Killzone earlier on. Elizanovic is still trying to assault the rear of Nibbler. Clear that Anel is not eager to give up just yet. Opts for a wider line. That could, if he gets it right, give him a better exit. But looks like it's cost him. Looks like it wasn't an intentional wide. Kevin Jacobs will now peel off into the pit lane. Off come the wheels, on go the new ones. Nemesis Racing picks up a 3-second time. But oh, goodness gracious me. And yeah, not the best of weekends for Nemesis Racing. I think it's safe to say. As he gets a penalty and then spins out. As if the penalty wasn't enough, he had a spin, and that was all she wrote. So, Cliffy and Blizzard are still the story of the day. Norfolk Blue is closing in on JD7, however. Considering Norfolk Blue has much older tyres, that's interesting. Where's Anel in relative to Nibbler? He's just behind him. So it looks like that was defence from Nibbler that we saw in the Turn 1, Turn 2 complex. Because Anel Tanovic hasn't been dropped by Nibbler. Nibbler's trying his best to stay ahead, and it looks like it's working for him right now. It's a good effort by Nibbler on his return for 2 months. Cliffy is, again, the masterpiece of this beautiful camera angle from the helicopter. Look how close these guys are getting. Very. It's good to see. Nibbler actually closed in on Ragnar a lot there. As Ragnar made a mistake, because now Nibbler's making the offensive on Ragnar. Are any of them going to pit? Oh, very wide by Ragnar. That could set Nibbler up for a lovely move going into Turn 1. If he gets the slipstream right. He's got to manage fuel. In the slipstream, pulls to the inside. Will be hard on the brakes. Ragnar was even later on the brakes. He bang wheels. GP2 style driving. Formula 2 now. Ragnar holds the inside, but Nibbler's going to go for that undercut, which will give him the outside line. He'll have to try swoop all the way around the outside of the Renault. Currently alongside going into Turn 3. Who's going to be latest of the late breakers? Nibbler looking to go all around the outside now. If he can just hold that, that will give him the inside for the next corner, and he gets the job done for the next corner. Ragnar slots back down into 10th. Good move by Nibbler. It looked like Nibbler made a mistake somewhere, kind of like Anel's just made a mistake there, and just understeered wide. Ragnar trying his best to find a way back past, but nowhere for him at the moment. Oh, Ragnar looks to the inside, nowhere to go. This is where the battle is right now. It's Ragnar and Nibbler doing battle. The Red Bull begins to pull away just a little bit under traction. Ragnar's dashboard flashes with pit. If you'll listen to them, however, we know Norfolk Blue comes into the pits for a second time this race. Put them on a bit too early to be able to compete with the cars around him, I think. Chazza now passes him. Looks pretty certain that KB Killersland will take the lead of the championship again today when all this is done in 10 laps time. Anel Tanovic peels off into pit lane too for his second stop of the day. So let's just try and get a thing of where there's KB Killersland, and then there's the Ferrari, there's the Williams, and there's the McLaren. So, oh wow, almost sideways action at JD7 there. All the gaps are fairly big. Ragnar's still trying his best. A lot of cars in the pit lane. Busy pit lane begins. McLaren versus Toro Rosso. Battle of the Welsh pit stops. And Toro Rosso look like they win that one. Anel Tanovic. It's a very long pit stop. I wonder if Anel had to get a new front wing. So he pitted a long time before these guys did. Damage might have cost Anel Tanovic shot at points by the looks of things. Now Nemesis Racing will be feeling very, very lonely at the back of that shot. In the meantime, Cliffy is trying his best. He can match Blizzard, but he can't catch and pass him. Catching him is one thing, passing is quite another, in the words of Murray Walker. 6 tenths between Ragnar and Nibbler at the moment. Trying the best. Mr. Galactic Score 2 says Anil has a 3-second time penalty. Well, that doesn't help. He's just had to take on a new front wing, I believe, in the pit stops. So things just going bad to worse for Anil in 12th place at the moment. Ragnar could use Nibbler's slipstream a bit more, I think. He's just not staying in the slipstream for the whole straight. That might be hurting him a little bit. So, everything's calmed back down. We'll watch Cliffy try to chase down Blizzard. Try with all his might. Well, interesting. So everyone's on the default setup because they skipped qualifying. Yeah, I missed that. I didn't think about that. So everyone will be on the default setup because of qualifying. So this really is a test of skill more than anything. Because everyone is the same in terms of their cars. So that's interesting. Maybe we've seen a bit more skill level. Callum Spencer doing battle with Dafib down here. Let's get to that. 2 attempts separate them as to come into this middle sector. Cliffy now within 2. That's the closest Cliffy's been all race. He's actually tried to make a move into turn 1, I think, and not anywhere to go with it. It's difficult to try and keep track of 2 battles at once, but it looks like that battle's currently over. I think the battle with Callum and that's Nemesis having an accident all by himself as the leaders go by too. Oh, blow. No. That is not a place you want to be. J. Spencer trying to put the pressure on his compatriot Dafiv. These guys haven't had a good time together today at all. Be banging wheels, forcing each other off the circuit. Be very aggressive racing each other today. Sound is a bit off, I apologise, it's a F1 game thing more than a stream thing. Callum challenging to turn 1. We'll have to see. We saw before when Callum defended that the McLaren was faster in a straight line than Toro Rosso. It looks like the same is happening again. Callum will have to go all the way around the outside as Ragnar comes out from the pits to get a front row seat of this. Banging wheels now. Toro Rosso forces the McLaren out wide. The McLaren gets even more aggressive though, comes back down the inside and bangs him once again. And now Dafiv bangs him once again. These guys are getting very aggressive with each other. This is almost borderline penalty stuff. That looked almost deliberate from both of those guys. It was clear that Callum was upset with what Dafiv did. Now, Callum tries to go around the outside of Ragnar. Ragnar just trying to compromise on the situation, not really involved, doesn't want to get involved in anything too bad. But it looked like, to me there, that Callum went out wide, they banged tyres. Callum was very upset with that. So he gave him a dive bomb, Chazza Pitts, a dive bomb into the next corner, bang wheels. And Dafiv was even more upset with Callum for that, so banged him, but that looked almost deliberate. And I think Cliffy has made the move finally for P2 on Blizzard. Good stuff by Cliffy. I think the stewards, however, though, will look into the Callum J. Spencer and Dafiv incident. I don't think they'll look too kindly on that, on the wheel banging and almost forcing each other off the road. We got a perfect view of that on the stream, so the stewards will be able to look into that from our point of view as well, as I'm sure they'll get both incidents going on there. But a bit of road rage in Wales going on. In the meantime, Cliffy's now made that move. Great effort by him, but KB Killzone has been able to accumulate himself a lovely 3.7 second gap, no 3.8 to them two while Cliffy was trying to get past. So KB Killzone's pretty relaxed right now. All he has to do is maintain his pace. And we have that. Some cars have pitted, some cars haven't, so it'll be interesting to see Zarena is trying to lap his teammate to go after to defend from the McLaren and go after the Toro Rosso. Nemesis tries to let everyone by. And there he goes, he lets them through. Has a front row seat of the proceedings. Nemesis being a member of the stewards panel, of course. So the boys have got to be careful. The stewards are genuinely right behind them, watching them. One of the stewards. He is watching them live, so you got to be very careful about what they decide to do with his hot-headedness. I've already seen one outburst from both drivers. Go from there. Ragnar closing in on Dafiv on the new intermediates. Be interesting to see if anyone in the top 3 opts to take on new intermediates. Wow, very late move by Ragnar the inside. That's going to spin the Renault. That was all Ragnar's. He did that on his own. That was too late. Hit the side pod of the Toro Rosso, I think. From our point of view, it looked like it was all Ragnar. But I'd have to see another angle. Nemesis getting jiggy with it in the background. But it looked like Ragnar went for a very late move, but it could have, I don't know. Our camera angle paints Ragnar as the man at fault there. We'll have to see if there is a steward's inquiry in that, and then we'll see other areas. But looking like everyone's going to go to the end on these inters, because no one's stopping to pit just yet. Callum Spencer's beginning to close back in on Dafiv, and I get the feeling the battle between these two is going to be very, very dirty. Hulkenberg and Kevin Magnussen, but who is the other one telling them to? Who is who? Who's telling who to suck their balls? I'm sure we'll see something about it. Could have been a warning for a corner foot from Callum J. Spencer there. That was all 4 wheels off the white line. Just, but the white line very strict on this game. If he's pulled in 3 temps against KV Killerzone, but we'll need to do more than that to be a threat in this race. KLC, in the meanwhile, looks like he's doing a good job of chasing down Maverick. This is the battle right now, Maverick, KLC and Norfolk Blue. Trying to keep our eye on all the timings. Blizzard back within 5 temps of Cliffy. Cliffy losing time to KB Killerzone. Where I'm not sure about the default setup thing. They may have been able, if they've got it saved, I'd assume they'd be able to choose it from their iPad on the grid. I'm not sure. But this is the moment we've been waiting for. Round 2, I think, is about to happen between Callum and Dafiv. Callum's rear end, not interested in taking part in that battle. Looks to the outside. Going to come from a long way back. Dafiv holds the inside line well. And Callum has nowhere to go on that occasion. Right on board with a McLaren. Might have somewhere to go into turn 3. Sparks could be about to fly. He's going to have to do a late brake around the outside. Now tries for a switchback. Gains a little bit of ground, but not enough. And now tries another switchback up the inside. Side by side. Wow, great racing between the two Welshmen. A lot of tension between these two has been generated over this race. Callum J. Spencer looking to the inside, but a double right-hander. Door slammed firmly on his nose. Subdues the position back to the Toro Rosso. Callum J. Spencer very late on the brakes, trying to go around the outside. Not going to happen. On occasion loses the rear end a little bit, and that's just going to help to pull away. But now Callum J. Spencer looking. Is that going to be a late move? I think the tension might get the better of them here. Contact once again. Red mist, I think, going on in both cockpits here. Callum almost lost it after hitting the rear of the Toro Rosso. Callum J. Spencer almost does a Sergio Perez in 2012 and loses it over the curb. And that's that battle said and done for now, because Chaza is looking to be taking Nibbler's position very shortly. Cliffy, in the meantime, has taken the gap down from 3.8 seconds to 2.3 seconds on KB Killerzone. That's going to be interesting to watch. Does Chazza have anywhere to go? Not currently. Oh, it's close, but no cigar. In the meantime, this battle is heating up, the freeway battle. We've got 3 separate battles going on at once now. We've got the battle for 5th, the battle for 9th, and the battle for 12th, all going on at the same time. So it's very hard to keep a watch of all of them. Chaz is closer than he's been in a while. Callum Spencer's been closer than he is in a while. I think Callum Spencer's going to try have another go around the outside. He's looking for that switch back on Dapiv. Now looking to the inside, but Dapiv, he's already used that trick, so Dapiv's going to cover him. Bang wheels again through the curve. And Callum has to settle down and just admit defeat for now. Meantime, this battle is so close as well. I don't know who to watch. It's incredible. But I think my instinct tells me, well, that 1/10 gap looks like it's going to be interesting, because now Norfolk Blue is looking to the inside, down the inside of turn 1. Norfolk Blue, is he going to get that move done? Hard on the brakes, a lock up, double lock up. Now he's got to do it around the outside unless he plans to do a switchback on the Williams. Is exactly what Norfolk's going to try to do. But the rear end just let him down a little bit there. And he was unable to go anywhere. 2 seconds now, the gap between Cliffy and KB Killerzone. And here he goes up the inside for turn 3. Norfolk Blue on the newer tyres, but another double lock-up. Bang side pod. Tyre to side pod, and that's almost going to spin Norfolk Blue around. That battle said and done for now. How is Chazza getting on with Nibbler? Because now I think we're going to get a pretty similar situation of Chazza looking for a way past Nibbler. Pulls to the inside for turn 3. Nibbler gives him a little squeeze. They're going to be side by side coming into this corner. Nibbler's going to try hold the racing line on the outside. Going to get it done for now. He's going to go a little bit wide. Is that going to allow Chazza? And Chazza does the exact same as Nibbler. Meanwhile, Norfolk Blue has made a move on KLC. Or KLC temporarily. I think he's got that job done. Great job by Norfolk. But now his Australian compatriot of Nibbler is under threat from Chazza. A move for a double right-hander. We saw this on lap 1, and it didn't really work out. Worked out that time, though. Great move by Chazza. Oh, and Chazza goes straight off. What happened there? Chazza went straight off after making the move, and now Nibbler pulls over and lets him back through. And I think Nibbler hit him, but on the stream, they didn't make contact at all. So I think a lag incident just pushed Chazza off the circuit. And in reality, on Nibbler's screen, they didn't touch at all, because on the stream, they didn't touch. Chazza's car looks like it's taken damage, and that could have a whole list of complications, but that, from my point of view, was nothing more than a lag incident, because on the stream, they didn't make contact. But it was clear that on Chazza's screen, he got hit. And I think Nibbler picked up on that, and that's why Nibbler decided to give that back. In the meantime, then, are we about to see another Welsh battle? I'm not sure. Callum Spencer's a little bit far back. 1.6 seconds from Cliffy now. In 2 laps, could he make up 1.6 seconds? He did it in Singapore. Did more than that. But of course, there's no difference in tyres this time. Cliffy's done a great job to drop Blizzard and try push to catch Killerzone. In the meantime, Callum Spencer in the slipstream. Going to look to the outside of the Toro Rosso. We'll see how this one's about to go down. Dapiv on the inside, McLaren on the outside. Bang tyres once again. Tries to force Callum Spencer off that line. Callum Spencer will now throw it up the inside. A little bit of bang wheels. Hand of rage again. Callum Spencer's rear end, not interested. He's now going to try to swoop all the way around the outside. Dapiv going to squeeze him as much as he can. A big squeeze. Forces Callum Spencer off the circuit. Callum's not happy. Cuts back across the nose of Dapiv and says, hey, mate, I'm not a fan of that. Dapiv says, I don't care, mate. I'm going up the inside. Bang tyres once again. Too much tension between these guys. Absolutely insane that they haven't taken each other out already. Dapiv cuts the corner trying to maintain the gap and get back to Callum Spencer. Callum Spencer ahead after a very insane battle. KLC has just made a move into the final corner of Maverick, but that might compromise his run, and Maverick might be able to just get slipstream and run all the way back, and now he goes to the outside. KLC going super defensive, and Maverick's going to have to try to do it around the outside, potentially get a switch back into the little here. Yeah, you got to pretend there's an egg under your throttle so you don't squeeze the throttle too hard. around the outside. And now a switchback. Is Maverick going to be able to do anything about this? Looks like a move for turn 3 coming up, a little bit of lag between them. Maverick's going to try go around the outside. Nowhere to go with it, or is he? Because he's gone all the way around the outside, but he's shoved off the track onto the dirty stuff, and that will hurt his traction. And now Dafiv has got back past Callum J. Spencer, but we must turn our attention to Cliffy, because as we join Cliffy, he almost goes off the circuit. He's closed in to within a second of KB Killer Zone. What is going on here? Remember, Cliffy pitted later than KB Killer Zone. So Cliffy right now has better tyres for the lead of the Grand Prix. Just quickly checking in with this, because look at that, Callum J. Spencer going off the circuit in his battle with Dafiv. And that's that battle spoken for, I think. Was that contact? I'm not sure. We caught that at a very hard time to judge, but Cliffy really pushing for first place. As we go on to the final lap of the Grand Prix, could Cliffy have had to take a win here? He's a master at doing late comebacks, but they have Ragnar in the Renault ahead, who needs to get out of the way to not interfere with this, because Cliffy looking to the inside now for turn 3. KB Killer Zone slams the door shut on his nose. I sense a move coming up from Cliffy here. Is he going to look to the outside? He's going to be a little bit later than KB Killer Zone on the brakes, but not late enough to go around the outside. He'll just follow suit with the Haas for now. He knows he's got better tyres and better traction. And around they come. How close they are. We need to check in on what's happening in terms of fuel. Cliffy's good for fuel. KB Killer Zone is good for fuel. It's a straight dogfight. There's no implications other than Cliffy has better tyre life because he opted to pit later than KB Killer Zone. Cliffy's running out of opportunities. He needs to stay close for the straight. That's his only chance, is the straight. Could we see a final corner overtake? Touch wood, so don't jinx anyone. Look how close they are, super close. Cliffy's got to set this up right if he wants to win here today. As has KB Killer Zone. Oh, who got the better run there? I think it was Cliffy. Cliffy may have got the better run because now he's dragging side by side. He's going to have to go all the way around the outside for the final corner. That is going to be a tough ask because KB Killer Zone will fight that with all his might. KB Killer Zone super hard on the brakes, and now Cliffy will try the undercut. Who's going to get this? I don't know who's going to get this. The Renault's doing battle in front as well, and I think Cliffy is going to win the Malaysian Grand Prix with a last corner overtake. Absolutely incredible by Cliffy. That is insane stuff. And are we going to see a similar situation with Maverick here? I think we might. Maverick might make a last corner overtake too. Looking to the outside. Remember what happened here? KB Killer Zone went super low on the brake, but it looks like KLC was more composed. Maverick, nevertheless, going to go for the undercut. Not enough power. It's going to be a drag race, but it's KLC. Just to make contact over the line. Maverick actually finished ahead of KLC. Was that due to the Oh, that could, I don't know. There's contact, but now another last corner overtake. Come on, guys, give me a break. Niblo going to try go around the outside of Kevin Jacobs. Kevin Jacobs going to be super late on the brakes. Locks a little bit. That's going to allow him to go wide, and that's going to allow carbon copy of what happened for the lead. A switchback, and now a drag race up to the line. But who's got the legs? Is it Kevin Jacobs or Niblo? Looks like Niblo is just dragging ahead across the line. Across the line, Niblo gets 9th position. And ladies and gentlemen, that is all said and done. Cliffy wins the Malaysian Grand Prix with a last corner overtake. I'm going to check if KLC had a penalty or if that was a result of being hit by Maverick, that he went off the circuit and lost 6th place because he was ahead over the line, I think. Did KLC have a penalty? He had 2 warnings. Oh, there we go. 3-second penalty for KLC. Maverick didn't have any. That is why, to clear things up then, that is why KLC lost his 6th place to Maverick. Because he had a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. And, wow. What a race. Got a bit boring in the middle, but it's like a boring sandwich because the bread, the first part and the second, the Force India just, nope, go away, not interested. Wow. Wow, what a race, guys. The start was intense and the end was intense. Cliffy takes the win after a move into the final corner. Fantastic stuff. That was incredible to watch. Really was. Blizzard takes a podium on his second ever race in NORL. Great effort to him. Great racing all around here today at Malaysia for round 15 of the NORL F1 2017 Championship. That was incredible to watch, incredible to commentate, and that is your final race results. Cliffy takes a win, but KB Killerzone will comfortably take the championship lead, I think, and I think JD7 could possibly overtake Chazza 2 after today's results. Great job by Kevin Jacobs getting points once again for the Haas team. But that's been round 15, guys. Thank you ever so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe if you're new. And until next time out for round 16, it's goodbye and enjoy the rest of your night. Goodbye.